listening to the Ochoman Behind the Eight Ball, only on Ignotainment.
I'm always on the old blacklist or something.
Without further ado, the one, the only Ochoman.
I'm trying to live my life and it just makes me so wild and mean.
Hola muchachos, my friends. It's the Ochoman with the Ochoman Behind the Eight Ball show here with Armand, Tony, and Chris. How you guys doing today?
I'm tired, I got to be honest.
Not bad.
Yeah, we're all tired. This
all right.
A-hole had to get us in early because he's got to watch his wrestling, Randy Macho Man Savage, and
is that whoa? Is that why I got my ass out of bed?
That's why we're here early, because I have to go to St. Louis and watch the NCAA wrestling tournament.
What are you going to miss? The first 3, 4, 5, 10 minutes,
great
it's
matches.
The same thing.
That's
They're all laid out on the ground.
And I would also say that my prediction is coming true. Ohio State's in first place.
Oh boy!
I'm glad we could oblige you
cataclysmic
to go
news.
See guys in tights roll around on a mat.
For like 10
story
minutes.
of all of Armand's weekends.
Yeah, all right. Cannon to the left of me, cannon to the right of me, cannon behind me, volleyed and thundered.
Yeah. We're having an orgy
Tennyson,
with cannons
fools.
on your ass. Anyway, what's going on with you guys this morning?
I'm going to see the wrestling. That's what's
I
going
know
on with
that,
me.
but anything happening? Anything happening out there?
I had a date the other night. She paid.
You finally got a chick to pay.
I consider that a success. Yeah.
Pay for what?
She paid for the beers and the appetizer.
Oh, or for you to leave?
No, she was late, so she was making amends. She was actually atoning for being late.
Well, what did you order?
I just had a couple of beers, and we had a little plate of steak and asparagus.
Oh, together you shared
I
that?
thought that was, yes, we did.
It's kind of classy.
Yeah, we started on either end of an asparagus spear and met in the middle.
Like Lady and the Tramp?
Somewhat, yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Not quite as attractive.
I got to tell you guys, I went to a bakery last night.
A bakery?
Yeah, to pick up these, what are they called, macarons or whatever?
Macaroons.
Macaroons.
Yeah, macaroons. And they got all these different types and all that shit, you know? And then she gives me the bill, and there's a tip under that. And I'm like...
What, they tip themselves? They add a tip?
I just didn't feel comfortable giving a tip, man.
Wait a minute. They actually add a gratuity?
They add that on the bill, and I'm like...
in a bakery?
For filling up your box?
Filling up my box. I said, you know what?
You sure this wasn't a French boulangerie?
Well, it was a French place, but I'm
All
not
right,
going to
no
give
wonder
it
there
out.
it is.
I'm not
There
going to
it
give
is.
it out.
Boulangerie.
I'm not going to give out the name
Yeah.
because
I don't like
we
the
go
French.
there all
Out
the
here
time.
it's called Bollinger.
Yeah.
Bowlingary.
Exactly.
In any
I don't
case,
like Hollande either, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay, so you were looking for macaroons. And,
I got them.
You got them.
So you didn't give a tip, though?
There was, and by the way, they got a deal. They're size of your two fingers put together here in a little motion. And this thing, 30 of them for $36.
Ooh.
Yeah, but it don't matter.
That's not bad.
Yeah, but if they're that
let me
size,
tell you,
that's over $1 for something the size of...
Yeah.
It's
well, but
unbelievable.
with tax and tip, that's why it's over $1.
No.
15%,
The tip.
yeah.
Well, here's the thing, though. There was no tip involved in that. They got a tip line,
Oh,
and I
that's
just
suggestion.
don't understand.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't understand.
Oh, it wasn't filled in.
Oh, okay, we assumed that they just
We
tacked
thought it
on.
was
Yeah.
No.
gratuity included for filling up a box of macaroons.
Yes. Any
No,
parties over
no,
15 macaroons has to pay
I just felt that
extra.
why would I have to tip for that? I don't
You
understand.
don't.
You don't have to
You
tip
don't.
for that.
And don't.
And when I pick up my pizza, I don't know why they got a tip line there too. You know, I just feel bad.
You just leave that blank. I usually put a little line through it.
I put a line
just
through
to
it. 'Cause
underscore that I'm not giving them
I'm
anything.
not letting anybody write something in.
That's what I do too.
Yeah,
I put a
that's
little
a smart
line through
move.
it, but
That's a
I'm
smart
just
move.
saying. I feel kind of like, am I obligated to put something down here?
There's a
Not if
you're
they're-
not. You're not at all.
Not if they're French.
First of all,
no.
I don't want to disparage the bakery you went to.
Or the French.
I don't want to
fuck
disparage.
the
the
French.
I
French.
like
No,
the
shut up.
fucking
I don't
French.
want
What do you
to.
like the French for?
Because you're talking to one right here.
You're a Republican,
What's that
and
got to do with
they
this?
decided not to go to Iraq and look like a douchebag like your people.
I didn't want to go to Iraq.
Well, you
I just don't like
Republicans
70%
all,
tax.
let's go invade, and you jumped on all our fears and shit, and you got the people involved in somewhere we don't belong, and now we got little guys in ninja outfits named ISIS killing everybody over there.
Well, that's a rather facile.
Yeah, well, that's facts. That's a fact check. All right.
Speaking of facts, do you know why there is a state of Israel in the first place? Did we go over this?
You did go over it, so
they want to put them in Uganda. Remember? Did we go?
You said that. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
I don't understand why we can't move the state of Israel to South Florida. To me, that makes all the sense.
Well, they're already down there.
That's what I'm saying.
They don't want to go to South Florida.
But why not?
They have a homeland. The United Nations gave them a homeland. And,
No. See, the United Nations gave them a homeland.
No, the British gave them a homeland.
Okay, there you go. It was given to them, meaning they weren't living
but
there.
It's sanctioned by the United Nations.
You know what? I got some Jewish buddies.
Of course they were living there.
Now we've turned them off, too.
That's
no, we haven't. I'm giving them better property.
I'm sure they're very happy.
You know where I think Israel should be? Cuba.
Well,
wouldn't that be
if you can engineer it, I'm sure they would
two Archie
be amenable
bunkers
to
sitting
it.
next to me.
No,
here.
there's not. All
This
that
guy,
beachfront
he's a
property?
Republican?
Are you kidding me?
I don't know when the hell he jumped on the South Florida. That's the Muslims, for the love of God.
I thought that was the
That
Cubans.
ain't gonna go. That is gonna go down in Havana.
You guys are just a little bilious this morning because I got you out of bed early so I can watch my wrestling.
It is a little bullshit because I had to
You have to
leave.
take it on the Jews.
I'm not taking on Jews. I'm
why are
offering
you
them
doing
better real estate.
Speaking of which, Netanyahu, that guy, he's something.
How about this?
I love him.
How about
Love that guy.
his
Wait a
campaign
minute,
promise?
Wait a minute.
And then as soon as he's elected, I'm not doing that.
Oh, gee, imagine that. Somebody makes a promise and doesn't fulfill it.
Why would you like him?
Why would I? Because he's tough. That's why.
Well, tough on
Well, he
what?
talks tough.
Tough on
So
the Palestinians.
we're gonna go do his.
What do you mean we. He's not asking for any help from us.
He is. He went to the
He's not giving-
Republicans
he's not
and he
giving
asked them, "Hey, I want you to know what we're going up against here. So I want you guys to join me in destroying another country."
Did you hear his speech? He didn't say that.
Basically,
No,
it's all a fear.
He didn't even hear
all
it.
He
based on
flip-flopped.
fear.
He
All
flip-flopped.
based on fear.
He campaigned
He
on.
does it all the
Ochoman's
time.
right. He campaigned on fear. He got elected by rallying that base, rallying that vote.
Hey, listen, you can't
And
fool
then-
the Jews. They're
and
smart
then
people.
he gets in and goes, "Oh no, I don't have a problem with Palestinian state."
No, I know.
He's not going to give the Palestinians a state.
Well, that's
Well,
not
it's
what he
not
was
up to
talking
him, though.
about when he was running
way.
on the campaign
It's not
trail.
up to him.
No way.
Not up to him.
He changed his mind, like Obama, on abortion.
The
and
night of
every
the
other
election?
issue. Yep.
Trust
That's right.
me. Any
He's
clown,
great.
any
He's a great
clown you
leader.
put in there is going to definitely get us into a lot of deep shit.
Yeah, sure.
In the
Rand
Middle
Paul's
East.
going to get us in deep shit.
jeez.
There's a
This
guy
guy will
behind
have us up.
closed doors says all sorts of bullshit.
Oh, well, how do you know if it's behind
Because
closed
they
doors?
got it. They got it on tape.
Oh, they do.
I heard it one time.
What did he say? He wants to nuke the Iranians?
I'm gonna,
No, it's even worse. He's one step away from the lunatic, like this senator or congressman in Oklahoma who's telling stores, "Yeah, you have the right to not serve LGBT people."
They certainly do. That's absolutely true.
All right. I don't want to talk politics.
Of course they do.
Here's Rand Paul.
Behind closed doors.
Well, I think it's on the Senate floor.
Oh, okay.
Not
Well,
exactly
that
a
doesn't
closed door.
count.
That means you have a right to come to my house and conscript me. It means you believe in slavery. It means that you're going to enslave not only me, but the janitor at my hospital, the person who cleans my office, the assistants who work in my office, the nurses. If you have a right to their services, basically once you imply a belief in a right to someone's services, do you have a right to plumbing? Do you have a right to water? Do you have a right to...
Attaboy, Rand.
Okay, whatever.
Guy's great.
Blow it out your ass.
Plus, he's an ophthalmologist. You were almost an ophthalmologist, weren't you?
What is that, the eye guy?
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
the vagina guy.
Yes, it's...
Well, that was damn gross shit you said.
Yeah, what were you
5
talking about,
minutes
Mr.
ago.
Refresh over here? What was
Yeah,
that
that
about?
was
I was
really
asking
What was
you
that,
guys-
low pH vaginas?
Yeah, I was
what
asking
was
you
that
guys
all
if you ever
about?
seen the.
What, low acidity?
Yeah,
Oh, there-
yes,
it's-
acidic,
Listen to this,
yes.
listen to
It's
this.
on. It's on TV all
Boy,
the
that'll
time.
turn the litmus
I've
paper
If
never
your
red.
heard
vagina,
that.
if your vagina is leaky, refresh.
Yes.
How will you if your vagina's leaky? What the hell kind of shit is
I'm
that?
paraphrasing.
If you're leaking acid rain from your crotch. What was that stuff?
Here,
I'm a little pissed off too that my Iowa State lost yesterday.
Yeah, that was a big pick of
That
yours,
was
wasn't
my
it?
big pick, and they lost to UAB. You know what? These Big 12 teams can go blow themselves.
They're awful.
They have not. The three teams that have played so far, all three have lost, and all three have been kept under 60 goddamn points. In 40 minutes, you can't put up over 60
Look,
points. You're a disgrace.
I've had this argument all basketball season long.
Who's been arguing
with a
with you?
Kansas fan?
himself.
Now
Oh,
Kansas,
yeah, that's not the Ochoman.
Kansas is legit. First of all, the Big 12.
They get blown out their ass
They
too.
have,
Bunch
they have
of
10
pussies.
teams, and they're completely overrated. The conference shouldn't even exist.
Nope.
And they you know what? He's right. They can go blow it out their ass.
Yeah.
Screw the big whatever they are. There's not
big.
the Big 12.
You know, next year they're going to add all these teams for the wrestling in Big 12. You know who they're adding? Northern Colorado, Utah Valley,
You're kidding.
Air Force. Yeah, these are the teams. There. North Dakota State,
Yeah.
South Dakota State.
That's great.
That's going to be the Big 12 in wrestling.
That's great.
In wrestling.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can you
Well,
believe
you
that?
know what?
That's your Big 12.
Well, I'm telling you, that could happen, though. Those type of teams can beat. I mean, wrestling, you got like what?
There's only 78 programs in Division I, I believe.
Do you have like a Montana or Wyoming?
Yeah, but they're NAIA and Wyoming. Yeah, Wyoming's actually
Look,
pretty good.
The reason those schools can do wrestling is because they haven't been Title IX to death.
Exactly. Title IX has destroyed
and
the
what
sport.
else do you do in those type of towns besides throw each other around? And
I think, well, you know, look, you either wrestle each other or you wrestle steer. So what? Come on.
yeah, there you go.
All right,
That
and
answers
here we
that.
go again.
Tired of
I'm
suffering
bracketed
from
by
feminine
fools.
odor and discomfort?
They asked. Oh,
Then
here we
stop
go.
buying products that only deal with the symptoms. Instead, try Refresh.
That's what I'm
Still
talking
don't-
about.
I
right,
still
thank
don't know
you
what
for
that does.
finding
Is that a
Refresh,
douche?
spelled with a PH.
And then an odor.
It cleans your bunghole, dude.
Oh, all right.
It balances
not the
you out
bunghole.
down-
The bunghole's the ass.
It balances you out down there.
Well, we don't have a vagina, so
Why? We don't
what
use it.
Ochoman's saying is he uses it on his bunghole.
Is your asshole acidic? Yeah, I can see. Yeah,
acidic.
It needs a better pH balance.
guy,
Yeah,
guy
that's
shits
it.
lava.
pH balance.
Shit's
That's
magma.
what I need. I tell you, that's what I need. A little
Hey,
pH balance
Gotta
down
clean
there.
up the magma down there.
Moana Loa ass
I'm really-
over here.
Speaking of basketball, again, Charlie Sheen.
Krakatoa.
Uh-oh.
Charlie Sheen.
What about Charlie? What's
Well,
he
I'll
up
tell
to?
you what. He did something that I think is legit.
Okay.
He rips on Obama.
Oh, good.
And he
Attaboy,
says,
Charlie.
They asked him, what do you think about Obama with his picks in the bracket? And he just rips into Obama and says, hey, he shouldn't worry about the brackets. Worry about what's going on in this country and the world. We don't have time for shit like that.
I think the country's better off having him occupied with the brackets.
I think, this coming from a guy who had 2 porn stars running around his house.
What
for
the
a year.
hell's wrong with that? I appreciate
I'd have had
that.
20
Yeah.
if I were Charlie Sheen.
Hey, what do you got there? You got a Charlie Sheen
You
clip
borrow
now?
my
Yeah, give us
brain
one.
for 5 seconds and just be like, dude, can't handle it. Unplug this bastard. Yeah. You.
No, I thought
What
he
was
had
that
a,
from?
I
well,
thought
you
he
know,
had a clip
come
of it.
on, Ocho, come on.
right now is winning.
What was that
All
from?
right, I don't know.
That's his famous winning statement.
Win insane.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Here, that was his rant, huh?
Winning.
Listen, if you were Charlie Sheen, you'd be camped out at the Playboy
There's
Mansion.
no doubt about it. I don't know what the hell
Any
Father
man
Murphy
would.
over there
Yeah,
is
I know.
talking
All of a
about.
sudden, we have a priest among us.
Yeah, no kidding. Oh, you got to.
You're missing the point.
He's a little
missing the
saintly
point.
before 9 a.m.,
He's got
isn't
a
he?
point.
You're
He's got
missing
a
the point. You're
What,
missing
I'm on a
what?
joke. It's
He's
called
banging
Charlie
2
Sheen.
hot
You're
chicks and
You're
we're
preaching
not.
morality to us? No?
No,
He's
there's
been
nothing
he-
about morality at all.
He goes on that Make a Fish or whatever fuck site you go to.
Well, I want to go on that sex trip. We were talking about
No,
that.
no, I'm talking about your
to
computer.
Thailand?
Thailand, yeah.
Yeah, Thailand.
I've been invited
Good
by
luck.
one of
They're
Ocho's
all
favorite
like
people.
7, 8-year-old kids.
You
that-
want a lady boy, huh?
Yeah, they are a little androgynous, I have to admit.
No, there's no androgyny when it comes down and there is
they're
there's a
actually
cock
12.
staring
Yeah.
you in the face.
And they're 12.
No,
I'm on a joke. It's called
they're not.
Charlie Sheen.
12. That's the older ones. The
Yeah,
12.
exactly. Those are like the elderly.
There was a French guy who did one of these tours, and when he got back to Paris, because he'd been posting it on social media, they arrested him.
As well, they should. Those
Yeah, I know of
pedophiles.
a specific
Now, these are-
sicko who lives about 15 miles away from here who goes every year. He brags about it, openly
That's
talks
probably his
about
friend.
it, shows people pictures. This guy is the creepiest guy on
That's
the
probably his
planet.
friend.
You about talking about Tony?
Yeah, he's just I'm not mentioning names, just happens to be sitting right next to me.
No, where do you go,
immediate
Tony?
right.
You probably
name is
go to South
Armand.
America with me.
Oh, he's also a podiatrist.
I'm sizzling. Now my ass is acidic.
Well, you got to pop those zits.
Refresh. It's on the inside.
You
It's
can't leave that shit out there like that.
vascular occlusions.
Yeah.
God.
A little calculi.
What about LeBron James? He dropped.
Does he go to Thailand a little bit?
No,
Sex trip?
He's got a $17 million house, and now he's giving you a value because now he's dropped it down to $15 million in Miami.
Oh, it's for sale?
It's for sale.
Is this his place on Star Island?
I'm not sure where it is, but it's down
know
in
Star
Miami.
Island?
Yeah, I've heard of it. It's very exclusive, obviously.
Yeah, I think it
incredible.
is because it's.
Is it?
I got to tell you,
He
Ocho,
bought this fucking house for $9 million. Like he doesn't have the money. Sell it for $9 million again.
Oh,
you
that's a
weasel.
loss.
That's a loss. How's that a loss?
Because you're not keeping up with inflation, and you still got to pay your real estate agent, and you still got to. Well, you're not going to pay
there's
capital
really no
gains.
inflation.
I go the other
There's
way
no
on this
inflation.
one. I say
You know that.
if you own it,
There's deflation.
sell it for as much as you can get for it.
Of course.
I don't care who you are. I don't
Well,
care if you
he's
got all the money in the
dropping it.
world.
He's
You make all
dropping
the
it.
money you can on every deal that you can.
He literally lives a mile away. When he played in Miami, he lived a mile away from the arena.
Wow.
You
I
know,
bet he still had a limousine.
Who the
taken.
hell wants?
He used to ride his bike.
I would have
did
a
he?
fucking
Yeah, wow.
helicopter.
That's plebeian.
Who the
of it.
hell would want a faucet that has LeBron on it? I mean,
I wish I had it. You could probably sell it. It's probably valuable.
Bottom line, if I buy this house, I don't want a number 6 faucet. It's number 6 on it. You got another faucet that's got LeBron
Well, you
on
want
it.
number 8. You're Ocho, right?
You know, I
That is
do. Yeah, I
hilarious.
can't wait for people to come in and pull
Look
my
at my
number
number 8
I'm
faucet.
number 8. If you didn't know, I'm number 6. I'm LeBron
Do you have Ocho
James.
Man on your towels?
No, but I do have a couple things that I've been buying that's got number 8.
Hey, you know,
on
we
it.
had to auction off some of your stuff for charity.
Oh yeah,
Well, speaking of, we got that.
we got a giveaway
We
coming
got
up.
a
A
giveaway.
big Ocho Man
we got
contest.
a big. Yeah.
Hey, speaking of sex scandals, you hear about that orthopedic surgeon in Las Vegas that was they busted him for sex parties and drugs
No,
and everything else?
I
Did
didn't
you hear about that?
this guy.
No,
Wow.
fill us in,
I wish
man.
I was an orthopedic surgeon. That was a podiatrist.
How did it all go
damn
down?
it. They were undercover sting. Apparently, he was stroking some gal that was at the party, and she was a cop.
Why do they got to ruin everything?
Yeah, I know.
Who, the
Come on,
cops?
Who's he hurting?
And for God's sakes, it's Vegas.
No, the orthopedic
It's
surgeon.
Vegas.
I mean,
What,
they
what
actually
happens
have
in
law-
Vegas
yeah.
stays in Vegas.
Yeah. Well, but apparently this guy was, I don't know if he was writing prescriptions or giving out drugs.
Well,
the
that's
whole
even better.
deal. It wasn't just sex parties.
I thought it was just
and
sex
his wife,
parties.
too. They got his wife, too.
And she was part of it too.
Yeah.
God
I'd like to have a
bless
wife
her.
like that.
Yeah, oh, yeah. We'll
a very
never find
liberal
a
wife.
like that. My wife gets on my ass every time I order something on eBay. She's
yeah.
ripping into me.
Yeah, she makes you toe the line, I know.
I got to tell you guys something. Every
Hey,
time
watch it. She may be listening to this.
she never listens to anything. She doesn't even listen to me.
Yeah, right. When you're even in the room, she doesn't listen.
I tell you, it's been rough. I tell you, I asked a taxi cab, show me a good time. He took me to my house. I tell you, hey, without me, of course. I'm a little excited. We got a horse racing season opening up here at St. Louis Fairmount Park Racetrack is where I normally go, and I'm kind of pumped up about it. I write the tip sheet for the place, so kind of looking forward to
Oh, yeah,
that.
yeah.
Today
When
is
does that open?
drawing day.
When-
You got that right. This Tuesday coming up. They got Fairmount
Isn't that
Park.
one of the greatest sounds in sports?
Yeah, I like that. Do you know what the most valuable trophy in sports is?
What's that?
Let's
The
think about
Visa
this.
Triple Crown.
I would say
No, trophy.
the Stanley Cup.
No. Twice as valuable as the Stanley Cup.
Really?
The Woodlawn Vase, the winner of the Preakness.
The Preakness.
Yeah, in fact, it's so valuable now that they have it still at the Preakness, but they only give you like a $30,000 mock. The winner gets
Like
a
a
$30,000 replica. Correct.
Man,
Interesting.
it's
really-
worth $1.5 million.
It's really
No
sweet.
shit.
It's
Yeah,
really
it was
sweet.
Like
looking.
1860, they
So what? Your name goes in
Waterford
there?
Crystal, the whole deal.
It'll
There it
be-
is.
it-
Yep, that's
my.
it. Look at that thing.
Yeah, you can see it on the Ocho Man on Facebook.
Are you going to
Woodlawn
put that up?
Vase.
We'll upload it on
right.
social media so everyone can see the
Wow.
Woodlawn Vase.
What do you
How
think
much
about
is
that?
that?
About $1.4 million, something like that. Yeah.
$1,000,004 for that. Does he get to hoist the?
I think they can hoist it. Yeah,
but they got to give
they
it right
can't
back.
pee in it like the Stanley Cup.
They can't kiss all over it.
Nope.
You know, I've
People piss
I've
in it
been
and drink
with the cup
booze
before.
out of it. They can't do that.
I've been with the cup before, and after hearing the stories about what that cup has been through, I didn't even want to touch it.
Well, I'd assume they,
You
know
could
what?
Simonize it.
Yeah,
I
I'd
don't care.
imagine that.
Knowing that there are players that I know who have taken a dump in that bowl.
Shut up.
Nope.
Real who?
That's a big statement there.
You got it.
Yeah.
No, the one story that is.
I think we should qualify that.
No
I think
kidding.
our legal team
Yeah.
would probably
Well,
say
go
that's
ahead.
an alleged story.
Scott,
alleged
Scott,
story
can you come in
on
here,
that.
please?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, here's a story that's not alleged: is when in Dallas when they threw it off the roof of the house.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
And it bounced off the concrete next to the pool, and they essentially broke it. I think that was Brett Hull's place when they won the cup.
I didn't hear about that.
Then one time in the 80s in Edmonton, they had done a number on it, and they ended up taking it to an auto body shop to try to get it welded back together.
Wow.
Remember that on
What
Animal
would
House?
Lord
when
Stanley say? Huh?
Remember that on Animal House when they took that guy's? It was his cousin or his brother.
His brother's Lincoln Continental.
Yeah, you fucked up. You trusted us. Yeah. We sure did. Flounder's brother. Have you seen those guys lately?
Oh yeah,
they look terrible. Oh my God.
There's that one that
Matheson looks okay.
He's all right, but Otter, but
Otter's lost a lot of weight.
Yeah, he's Flounder's lost a lot of weight.
Yeah, Flounder.
Yeah, Matheson's Otter.
Oh, the Otter. Which one was the Otter?
Otter's the good-looking guy. You know, the stud.
Oh, the
guy that screwed Dean Wormer's wife.
Sutherland.
No, Otter. Tim Matheson.
Yeah, he picks up. He's the one in the grocery store saying, "Don't you find vegetables to be very sensual?" And she goes, "I think you mean sensuous," and he says something.
Yeah,
and the next thing,
how old is that broad now?
She was hot.
She was good looking.
She's probably like 70.
I mean,
hell, he's almost 70.
I was 8 or 9 when that
she's
came
probably
out.
dead then.
Hey, do you know Tim Matheson was the voice of Johnny Quest?
Really?
Yes.
I love Johnny Quest.
Little
I
trivia.
love that one Johnny Quest with the dragons.
Yeah, the Komodo dragon. Yeah.
That was a good one.
You like Haji? Now that was racist as hell. That was great.
Well, it was also one of the
good old days.
It was one of the first gay couples on TV.
Oh, shut up.
Who, Race and his dad?
Yeah.
Oh, for loving God.
I think we better get the legal team out again.
Hey, Scott,
he didn't
Scott,
know that.
come to the studio, please.
Ocho didn't know that.
No one fucking knows
Another
that.
disclaimer.
No, go just type in Johnny Quest gay and see what comes up.
You can
Race was not fucking Johnny Quest's father.
And you can send all legal inquiries to Ochoman behind the 8 ball.
Don't send them to me.
Race Bannon.
That's all I need.
That's a long
Send them to him.
urban myth.
I think he was screwing the Komodo dragons myself.
Care of Armand Kachikin.
I mean, a very
my
well.
office.
He was like a very well groomed guy. Always looked. The
had a
beard
nice-
is
that beard was
trimmed
real.
up
So
and everything.
what? What the hell's that got to do with anything?
Well, it's
If you're not scruffy, you're not.
prototypical, man.
You're gay.
You're not the Marlboro man. You're gay.
You know what they say about them clean guys?
I'm kidding.
You got a pretty mouth.
Get her done.
Yeah.
I thought he was sharp.
You know who else was good from Animal House that went on to do like something really amazing was
Gay porn.
Pinto.
Oh well,
Because
yeah,
he goes
was
on
great.
to be Mozart and Amadeus, and he kills it.
Yeah, he was
And
really,
then
very good.
he kind of
What about that one guy? Then now he's on CSI or he's the criminal and he's like FBI guy.
Who? D-Day?
The guy with the motorcycle.
D-Day.
Well, yeah.
Oh yes, he's
He's
fantastic.
been in several movies. Yeah, he's getting pretty well.
Yeah, but right now he's in a series too. I forgot
Daniel
the name.
Simpson Day.
Yeah, I
they
forgot the
filmed
series.
that. I think that was at Corvallis, Oregon.
They filmed it out in Oregon.
Yeah, Corvallis, I believe.
Which one you got there, Chris? You
I'm just listening.
They had a documentary on that, and actually, the people they got into it so much that the guys that were playing,
That's
the
true.
the nerdy guy. I mean, the guys that were the nerds, I guess.
The guys, the
that-
ROTC
yeah,
guys.
the other guys in the other fraternity didn't even want to. They wouldn't let them associate with Belushi.
So
Those guys wouldn't even play
who
around with
directed
them.
it? Was it Landis?
I think it was John Landis.
So
yeah.
they were in a standard sort of motel
Yeah, they're
in
all living
Oregon.
together,
No great shakes. But
Very low budget.
after filming every day, Belushi was throwing big parties
yeah.
for
Oh, that's so
Just
cool.
the
now,
Deltas.
But Niedermeyer and
Those
the
guys
other
couldn't
part
go.
of the crew,
Yeah.
they were keeping them
Yeah,
out.
they kicked them out. Yeah, they wouldn't
They
let them
wouldn't
go.
let 'em in.
The guys in the other fraternity were not
shit.
invited. Yeah,
No shit.
Yeah,
For real then,
Yeah,
huh?
absolutely. Uh-huh.
How cool is that? I heard.
Yeah, Bacon was talking about it.
I
Kevin
heard that
Bacon.
Mizzou. They wanted to do this in Mizzou, and Mizzou turned them down.
Yeah, they turned him
How
down. That's right.
bastard.
Well, the guy that wrote it, Harold Ramis, went to WashU, my alma mater.
At the University
Really?
of Missouri. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
anyone out of the Missouri area
that
knows
was actually
that's what Mizzou
but
is.
it's based on WashU fraternity, which is hard to believe
that's-
because I've
Well,
been to
that-
some
that
WashU
is
frat
Washington
parties.
University in
because
St.
of
Louis.
Yes.
Ramis.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
However, if you go to every university in the United States of America, you will have some kid come up to you and say, they based Animal House on this place.
I don't know I don't know about it anymore. I don't know. A lot of these kids these days even know what the hell they're talking
Yeah, I don't
about.
know.
Fraternities
They
have
don't
kind
even
of
know.
ebbed, haven't you?
Yeah. Well,
They don't have toga parties.
especially in Oklahoma.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, especially.
Ochoman told us not to bring that
I know,
up.
I know.
It's a very delicate
I
subject.
don't mind, but just the thought of there's people out there that still use that N-word out there publicly. I mean, just it's uncalled for. It's uncalled for. I tell you. Because there's a lot of great black people out there that
Absolutely.
I dig, and I just don't need to hear that. I just don't think it's right. You know,
you gotta have a lot of chutzpah to drop an N.
Yeah, but you think they should be expelled for it? I mean, don't you give them a warning?
No. I don't think they should be expelled.
Give
either.
them a warning, maybe
because,
take sensitivity.
What do you think? It violated their freedom of speech?
Because
yes,
I definitely think that it works both ways too. And now,
what about that guy with the basketball team? Remember him?
Which one was that?
Clippers? Was it the Clippers?
Yeah,
he got mad. He was just on the phone.
Yeah, that's bullshit too. That's his team.
Well,
he can say anything
Donald
behind
Sterling was
doors.
a slumlord, though. He's a
bad,
we're
not saying he's a good man,
No,
but when it comes to the point you can't say anything, you can't say
especially
something
behind closed doors to your wife
girlfriend or whatever,
to your mistress.
That's a tyranny.
Yeah, I used to hang out with his son, the one
No
who's
kidding.
dead now. Yeah, and
he's loaded too, isn't he?
well, he was.
Well,
He's
yeah.
dead now. But
He's
The son's dead. What
Yeah.
happened to him? Oh,
He shot himself.
Yeah,
huh?
well,
if I had $1 billion, I'd probably commit suicide
That's
too.
what I heard. What happened. Anyway, there was a lot of weird stuff that was going on in his family. I mean, that whole family had a weird dynamic.
What's amazing about that Sterling, I got to call it a clan because you walk down, it's Wilshire, isn't it? You walk down Wilshire and right at the corner, and God bless, that's all his stuff.
Yeah,
those are his buildings.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's pretty prime property if it's on Wilshire.
Between he and Stan Kroenke, man, they own 80% of L.A.
Wow.
I wanted to get the Clipper jersey, put his name on the back, and go to Brooklyn. And just walk around and see what the
That'd be a
hell.
terrible idea.
One of those challenges.
I think I'd rather say.
Let's see how long this man can survive in Brownsville.
Let's
I think I'd rather take the
fast,
sex trip.
Good call, Armand.
Let's see how fast
Jeez,
Ochoman
get outta
runs.
here.
Both of them are going to die. Let's find out which one happens first.
Who dies next?
I don't know if
Joe
anybody
Rogan.
remembers him even though
Dude,
now.
at least they would kill me. They would take your kidney and shit.
Yeah, that's true. I wake up in a bathtub full of ice.
Yeah.
I was like the anyway.
Yeah, that's frightening shit over there, man. Human life doesn't
it's
mean
cheap.
a damn thing
Very
over
cheap.
there, man. Anyway,
Did you see that? Speaking of which, did you see the happiest people in Europe?
the happiest people.
The unhappiest.
No,
The Greeks.
No.
You want to take
Can
a
we
shot?
guess? Can we guess?
Yeah, let's guess.
The unhappiest people
I would
in
guess
Europe.
the Greeks unless they get their welfare back.
Chris?
I will say I'll say the French.
Good guess,
Yeah,
but
thank you.
I'm gonna say
I would be unhappy if I was
it's
French.
probably one of those real northern countries like a Norway, Finland, or some shit like that. They got nothing going on
disagree.
except
Yeah,
nature.
but those are
I
actually
disagree.
those are actually like the happiest.
I
Those
think-
are like
I
those
think
are like
Tony
modern
came the closest.
utopias.
Bulgaria.
Bulgaria.
My brother-in-law's Bulgarian.
I should have known Bulgaria. That
Well, they don't really have much going on, do they?
You got the Black Sea over there. You got
Bulgaria.
beaches.
Okay, yeah, some black. Because everyone's clamoring to go to the Black Sea beaches.
They're very popular, actually.
they
And
are very popular.
Putin treasures the Black Sea, I'll tell you that.
yeah, because he
willing
went and
to-
got the Crimea.
Well, that's why.
Okay, but
The
the
Black Sea.
Bulgarian side of the Black Sea?
Hey, did you see those women on in those Moscow the Moscow University made a little calendar for him, and they wanted him. He's 58 years old, and these college chicks make this calendar. Which one of us do you want? They're like in lingerie and stuff.
no
Send it to him.
shit.
Yeah. Well, the guy's worth like $60 billion. He's probably the richest guy in the world.
Oh my God, Putin's I mean, the guy wresles bears. And
Yeah,
shit.
the hour of judo every morning.
Hour judo every morning.
That guy's in shape, buddy.
Obama does brackets.
Obama does sausage and what else does he have?
How are we going to
Hash browns.
compete? We have
me.
a wrestling bear gap.
He's got a point. We can't.
A mine shaft gap. Remember that movie?
Yes. Oh, I love that
wonder if
one.
anybody get Dr. Strangelove.
There's no
Seen that
fighting
lately?
in here, Armand.
Yep. It's a war
There's
room.
no fighting in here.
Well, speaking of calendar hot chicks,
Yeah.
we came out with Ramp Place magazine came out with the 5 hottest cities in the United States with the chicks. The hottest chicks, and 5 being the one being the best, of
Okay.
course. Can you guys give me number 5? You
I
think?
already guessed it. I knew it. I told you
I'm
immediately.
going to guess. Here, I'll guess. It's got to Tempe, Arizona, because of Arizona State.
No.
Oh my God.
Well, that's a good call, though. What about you, Chris?
I'm going to go with
Number 5.
I'll go with an easy one. Let's say.
Any day now.
Well, actually, I'm going to go Scottsdale.
Scottsdale.
That's a good call.
Arizona. Nope.
Well, I tell you this, it ain't Baltimore.
Number 5.
St. Louis either.
It's not Granite City.
Number 5 is Miami.
Ooh, that's
Miami,
okay.
yeah.
You know, because you have so many Colombian. You've got so much going on there. You got Latin chicks, you got European chicks.
And you know what? Everyone down there
you have to be
great
pretty.
shape.
You have to
great
be.
shape.
You have to be.
I mean, honestly,
They are.
I lived in Miami.
Every time.
Well, you're in good shape.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, he's in good shape.
Yeah, he's in great shape.
But when Jono and I show up on a beach in Miami, the first question they ask is,
throw us back in.
Where are you guys
the
from?
first question they ask is, who called a cab?
Yeah, what bus did you guys get off of?
All white guys. We look like Midwestern. I mean,
yes, you sure do.
Anyway, number 4. Give me number 4, Dick.
I've already seen the list. So
San Francisco.
I recuse myself.
No, not San Francisco.
It ain't Seattle. I got to imagine Los Angeles is somewhere, but it doesn't feel like number 4. Dallas and Houston are loaded.
All right. So which one you going with?
I'll go
with
with Dallas.
Dallas for number 4 for Tony. What about you, Chris?
I'm going to go with the. Well, I mean, I don't know if it should be like the Los Angeles greater area or if it should be like Orange County. I'll go with Orange County.
You're saying Newport.
Yeah, the Newport.
Well, wrong, both of you.
Okay.
Number 4 is New York.
Huh.
Again, I thought it might be a little higher.
Let's go to number 3 here.
I got to play the Dallas card again then.
Dallas. He goes with Dallas. Chris, you.
I'm going to go with the. Actually, let's.
Why don't we quicken this up a little?
Yeah.
Why don't they just give a couple 3 cities that they think would be in the top 5?
All right.
All right. So after this one,
no kidding.
So after this one, we'll skip through. With this one, I'm going to go. I'm going to go Scottsdale.
Got to watch my wrestling.
Go Scottsdale again.
This is L.A. Number 2, though. This was a complete shock to me.
This is a surprise.
This is a
but
complete
when you
shock.
think about it, it makes sense.
Okay.
Go ahead, Ocho. They'll never guess.
Okay. Number 2 is Boulder, Colorado.
Now that actually makes sense.
I got this.
It does, but I never would have
one.
guessed it.
And the number 1. Just give me number 1
Who's
here.
number 1? You should get this right off the top of my head. I said this.
Well, I was saving Vegas.
San Diego.
Attaboy.
Which one?
San Diego?
I said San Diego. I don't know.
Vegas.
Oh, it is Vegas.
Yeah,
of course.
I mean,
Really?
We bought a couple.
Anybody
of
who's
them
been
in
to Vegas knows.
Boulder makes sense
I
because
don't see that.
Boulder makes sense because so many California chicks head to either University
right now
of Colorado or Arizona State.
it makes more sense now. They're all smoking weed. All the hot chicks are kicking back there in Boulder, Colorado.
That's right. I forgot about the weed.
God.
boy.
Yeah, you Republicans are against weed.
I don't care. Are you kidding? I say legalize every drug.
Well, you
All
have
of it.
said that. You're
Absolutely.
very moderate. Very moderate.
That's moderate. That's liberal from where I come from.
It's not liberal. It makes sense. You're going to get tax money.
Hey, they made some advances in quantum computing.
We've got.
I guess not.
He just glossed right past that one.
He's not exactly a scientific.
Dudes, I've been a little sick. I've been a little under.
Yeah, quantum computing isn't really a big. Yeah, he is a little.
Do we really mean? Are we at the biogenetic computing level here?
Well, apparently what they. Well, I don't know about that, but once they get that quantum computing going,
what the hell's that again?
Well, basically, not that I know anything about this subject because I can't turn a computer. My computer doesn't even have lights on the keys like yours, but
it's a step towards the singularity, though. The processing power is incredible.
What the hell's that?
Well, information apparently in a computer comes in bits.
Yes, binary.
Zeros or ones. Okay, all this stuff's based on it. Well, quantum computing, you have everything in between, which makes it infinitely faster and more efficient and a lot less heat. And doesn't obey Moore's law. Apparently, it does not obey.
And
the doesn't apply.
Whatever the amount of information that exists,
unbelievably fast
everywhere.
Yeah,
and I mean like throughout the universe is then
that's what they
quantifiable and.
Well, apparently it's only like 10 to the 97 bits of information in the whole universe,
right?
Which they'll have a computing power
to process it.
Yeah, to have it all.
So theoretically, Ochoman, what they're looking at is you can build a program, put all the information that ever existed in the universe in, and at that point you can rewind the clock and know what happened.
It sounds like a bunch of boring bullshit to me, boys.
Yeah, it's not as interesting as the brackets.
No,
ISU taking a licking there.
You know what? I just can't. I got to go back to that. I cannot believe they lost. And I had them in my Final Four. What the hell's going on?
It's the 3-point curse. You shoot well, you win. You shoot poorly.
God, but I look so bad on that. In my picks lately, I'll tell you what, I've been at 500
on that one. I think there's only like 250 left out of, I don't know, 12 million that were submitted.
No, 250,000 left out of 50 million.
And that'll get whittled down today significantly.
Wow, that was after the first day.
Friday, March the 20th.
You think these upset guys, though, they're going to be
Did you see that there's a scientist at MIT or one of these, Massachusetts Institute of Kinesiology or something. I don't mean, but no, I'm not kidding. I'm not making that up. He apparently flipping a coin is probably just as efficient.
It is
as making all these picks.
Look, we do something in the office
study
here.
On that.
Ochoman knows about this. It's called lunch tournament.
Yep.
And
who's winning?
No, well, people often try to stack the brackets in lunch tournaments so that they get to eat at their favorite place. It's played the same way the NCAA is. 64 options, elimination down to the final and whatnot. And invariably, whatever gets stacked never wins.
Oh, okay.
And we do it on a coin flip. So I buy into that.
Well, I mean, I don't think they had the $1 billion challenge this year for some reason, even though that'll never win.
They do have ESPN had something.
Oh, really?
Like that.
I don't think Buffett had his.
No one wanted to underwrite it?
Come on, I would.
We're going to stop here for a break from our sponsors on the Ignotainment Media Network.
Hey, folks, don't forget to check out all of the fine programming on the Ignotainment Media Network, including Sean Wheelock and Big John McCarthy with Let's Get It On. If you're a philosopher type, if you fashion yourself philosophical and you happen to like whiskey, the Whiskey Philosopher for you. Hey, if you're a parent and you got a kid in youth sports and they have a bat and a ball and a glove, Youth Baseball Talk with Jim Cromer. All these shows and more come your way right here, available for subscription, available for download, and available for streaming. Ignotainment.com, all on the Ignotainment Media Network.
Walk this way.
Was that Tony's voice? That was pretty damn good.
Yeah, it's better than your
When'd
spot.
you do that, Tony?
Uh-huh.
Hey, yeah, Ochoman took about half an hour to do his spot this morning.
They used to call me.
5 minutes.
They used to call me. I used to the production. The engineer.
They call me Horse, the broody fellow.
Yeah, they loved it because I could get it in one take.
They call you Thurl Ravenscroft.
That guy had pipes.
Tony the Tiger.
Can you do that?
No, I can't. He was
the
Jolly Giant too.
Wait a minute, I thought that was a real tiger there. Tony the Tiger.
Yes, that was a talking tiger.
I hate hearing about. I just hate seeing
sugar
them.
on cereal.
We're shattering all your illusions, aren't we?
No, I mean I just like seeing a real tiger out there coming out to
come
a
on, you
league
can do. Now,
ballpark.
Ochoman has some pipes. I believe
that's great. What did he say?
That's great.
Yeah,
you got to
that's
now
right.
end it on the up. Come on.
That's great.
He could have that down in half an hour. Now do Scooby.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo. That was pretty damn good, Tony.
Yeah.
I tell you what, though, fellas,
Thurl died.
I can't wait. I can't wait to get into baseball again too. I'm telling you right now, I've been missing baseball.
When does that? What? 2 weeks, something like that.
Well, what is it? April 2nd, April 4th?
I think they might start just a little bit
the
late.
Cardinals against the Reds.
I got a fantasy
I
team.
gotta tell you something.
I won the fantasy championship last year.
Yeah, because Bruce Bochy threw a pitcher that
I don't give a fuck. I won it.
Matter.
I won it. Bow your head down.
Yeah.
Bow your head down.
I'm not bowing to anybody.
I'm
My flag dips for nobody.
And
or no one.
I can't wait for baseball.
April 5th.
April 5th it starts, and then in a couple months we're going to have the Pacquiao-Mayweather fight, May 2nd. I'll tell you what, that's going to be a great day. We got the Kentucky Derby during the day. I'm going to get sauced up then, and then we're going to watch
You're
Pacquiao.
You're going to miss the fight.
Yeah, hey,
Mayweather.
Ochoman, I've been meaning to ask you about this. Have you been watching at all the boxing on NBC that they're doing now?
No, I haven't.
Primetime
I haven't caught that.
Yeah, the PBC.
NBC's got that?
Yeah.
No.
What
it's
day?
on Spike too. It's on, I think, once a month. It was on. It was on last month.
Well, there's more and more of that. I mean,
we're actually discussing
Fox
it on the MMA show. Also, we had a guy on who's going to fight on there.
Fox has MMA,
Victor
right?
Ortiz, who actually, he fought Floyd Mayweather he lost, but he fought Floyd Mayweather. He's going to be on the show today.
Oh, wow!
So, but it seems like it's starting to get some traction.
It's good to see boxing back.
Right, no, that's what I mean.
I love the sweet science.
I love the octagon and all that, but I love boxing too, fellas.
Look, the sweet science of pugilism. Did I say that right?
Pugilism.
Yes.
Is it pugilism?
We got you trying to match him now.
You know the Marquis of Queensberry who came up with these rules? Remember, you've heard of the Marquis of Queensberry?
Yes.
No, I haven't heard that.
You've never heard of the Marquis of Queensberry?
No, I haven't. I haven't heard that shit.
He came up with the rules of
the
boxing,
squared
these
circle.
modern rules of boxing, okay?
All right,
well, did you know that his son was the guy that Oscar Wilde was banging and got him in jail?
Oh, see, now...
Yeah, it was his son.
He's upset about the race banner.
Bannon.
Bannon. Yeah. And now you're telling me that Oscar
but this
Wilde...
was in the 1890s. Well, they put him in jail.
Do you know what Oscar Wilde's last words were?
Either that tapestry or curtain goes or I go.
You
I
are
believe.
correct.
Yeah.
This guy knows everything.
Is he back at Quincy Jones again?
Quincy Jones.
I didn't say a thing about Quincy Jones yet.
What are we talking about? Quincy,
Quentin
John,
Magoo?
What was the fuck?
Quincy Magoo, wasn't it?
What's that cartoon show that he said the dad's a gay?
Yeah, that's
Johnny
what he's talking
Quest.
about. Race Bannon and Dr.
And you got Quincy out of that.
How did I get Quincy Jones?
You got a show with Jack Klugman
that was a good
out
show,
of a cartoon.
That was a good show.
Quincy Jones.
Into Quincy Jones, the producer of Michael Jackson's Thriller, which, by the way, the album never would have been as good.
Probably not.
There is a floating out there.
What the hell was wrong with us in the 80s to listen to that shit?
Michael Jackson?
I mean, that was shit back then.
That
was shit, and we bought into it. We bought into all that.
Did he direct that video?
We bought into the...
I think Spielberg directed one, and Scorsese did another.
Famous director.
Let's back it up here. I used to even wear parachute pants, for the love of God.
I remember that. Yeah,
but they were comfortable, at least.
You looked like a genie.
No, they weren't
They
comfortable. I had camel toe back right there.
No
fucking
kidding.
wearing those parachute pants. That was...
I never
Can we have the
wore them, so I
Refresh
don't
commercial?
know.
They were very uncomfortable.
Oh, my
I
goodness.
cannot believe it. And because I had a couple guys, friends of mine at school, they wore the blue ones or shit like that.
Did you get a mullet? Did you have a mullet?
I had one.
Yeah, I remember he had a mullet.
Nice.
Can you imagine him with a mullet?
Yes, that would look awesome.
He's playing
I'm
football.
imagining this
He'd
right
look
now,
like a-
and it
he'd
just
look like
has
a
made
cast
my
member.
day better.
He'd look like a cast
Just
member
imagining it. I have to make the photo now.
on The Walking Dead.
I've got to Photoshop it.
Gives me a little dyspepsia.
No, that's okay. You get over
Get
that.
some Pepto-Bismol.
We'll give you a pill for
I
that.
actually drank Dr.
So
Pepper.
you think Michael Jackson?
Hey,
you
did
thought
you see about-
Thriller was crap?
I thought it was all crap. I
Okay.
can't believe we got into it.
It's the greatest pop album of all time. But
I
let's put that
understand, but the
aside.
chicks made it all happen. They
What
loved
chicks?
Michael Jackson
Oh, that's
back
true.
then.
That-
I mean,
look, that's true.
myself, I was into Judas Priest. I was into Ozzy Osbourne.
Oh, yeah. Okay,
play
yeah.
this.
Well, I think didn't Beat It.
Judas Priest with the gay lead again. See what? There's a theme here.
What is wrong with you?
Their lead singer was gay.
He didn't sing about anything gay.
I'm sorry, but all those hair metal bands were aimed at prepubescent boys who had a little
Turbo
issue,
Lover. That doesn't
a little
sound
issue
anything
with their
about
sexuality.
gay. It doesn't matter. I didn't go home with these guys. They played heavy metal stuff, and I loved it.
You love that's fine. There is a
Listen to that. Well, hold on. Let's hear this. Listen to that.
Is that Judas Priest?
That's Judas
Yeah.
Priest. Turbo Lover. Run for cover.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah.
He's gay, huh?
No.
Oh yes. So, which is nothing. There's nothing wrong with that. There is a version.
If it was up to you, you'd burn every fucking gay guy out
no,
there.
there's not. No.
Well,
sir.
then I don't know
No,
why
sir.
the hell we're even talking about
Because
gay
I want you to
people.
come to terms with yourself because there's a theme on today's
No,
show.
I
You love
treat
Johnny
people-
Quest.
Listen, you guys want to discuss this? Why don't you go to Starbucks? I'm sure the baristas over there would be glad to have this talk with you.
It's definitely Michael Jackson.
Jeez, do you hear about that?
You go there all the time
No,
for
I
your
don't.
dates.
No, I don't. I wish I do. I wish I had more
Starbucks.
dates. I do. Yeah, I do.
Yeah. He
But did you
spends
see what they-
$3 on a
No, I don't spend
grande.
anything. I don't spend anything. I buy my own. That's it.
Okay.
He gets his
Did you see
hose
about
to
the
pay for
Starbucks
it.
though? They're supposed to talk to you about racism.
Well, no.
You didn't see this?
No. What about
Howard Schultz, the guy that
Yeah.
runs the company. Apparently, you're supposed to.
I'd like
The
to have
baristas were given briefings on discussing race with their customers and trying to diffuse this whole situation.
Really? It wasn't just individualism?
No, this is everybody. This is a
Wow.
company policy.
Wow.
So next time you go in there, be prepared to
Hear a little something?
Hey,
hear a homily about
I'd like to have his
improving
bank
race.
account, I'll tell you that.
No
Howard
kidding.
Schultz, yeah, he's doing all right.
Yeah, what'd you say, Och?
well, Chris, I think we're getting close to that segment where I want you to bring up the Terrence Williams
Oh, yeah.
jersey.
Yeah.
Because we do want to give this
Well,
out,
let's do it
guys. It's
now.
a nice one. Tell us a little
do
bit
it
about
now.
what we're
So-
I think we ought to hear Ochoman's original concept for a contest, though.
Why
you want to
not?
hear something serpentine and tortuous.
No. Let me bring this up first,
Yeah,
and then you simplify what. Okay, this is what I had, people.
Get a load of this.
Shut your face for 1 second, all right? Here we go. What I wanted to do was everyone leaves a review and a rate on my podcast on the iTunes section, and then we take all these names and we put them in a hat, okay? We draw 5 of these names. That
Simple.
sounds good.
Simple
okay?
enough.
We draw 5 names, and then these 5 people got to take each other on the Ochoman's 5 games. I'm going to pick 5 games, and then whoever gets the best record in the 5 get the Terrence Williams jersey signed. Now, here's the complicated part, according to these pricks here. Check this out. All I did was say, give me your top 5 in the order that you got picked as the 5 strong games. It could be the one being the 5-star, 4-star, 3-star, 2-star, 1-star. Now that makes it the tiebreaker because now we see who's got the best game that they picked. Because if one of you, if 2 or 3 of you clowns pick 3 winners and 2 losers, then how am I going to split this apart? That's what I had. So go fuck yourselves. I don't think it was that complicated.
That's rather facile, isn't it?
I'm still trying to wrap my head around it. Yeah.
Okay, but at which point did how many points you had on your Ralph's card come into play?
Yeah.
Because that's where you
God,
lost
I would
me.
totally win.
Hey, Ralph's car. Get your head out of the grocery for 1
Well,
minute.
explain the give like the actual item that we're giving away though.
We are giving away a Baylor Terrence Williams signed jersey.
Who also
and it's a
played for the
certificate.
Cowboys.
He's a Dallas Cowboy player. He's the number 2 wideout behind Dez Bryant right now. And I tell you what, this guy can definitely play. And we're lucky to Ignotainment sponsored this. They brought us the jersey and said, "Hey, we'd like for you to do something with
Baylor's in Waco, Texas, right?
Yes, sir.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, if we're going to give something away from Waco, Texas, can it be like something from David
No, that's what they
Koresh?
gave us, douche.
So
Can we get a David Koresh jersey?
Oh,
That's right. It burned.
So what we decided on how
wasn't his fault.
how we're actually going to give it away. Obviously, you got to be listening to the show to know about it. You go onto Facebook, you go onto any social media you want, you do hashtag Ochoman, and then you share the website for the show, ochoman.com. Share the show, hashtag Ochoman. For each time you share the show or someone likes it or shares it with their friends from your share, you get an entry. So if you
That's
share
an
it,
entry.
Yeah, exactly. So if you share it and then, okay, say for example, if I shared it on my Facebook and then Hubert came along and he shared it, I would get an entry for my share, an entry for his share.
That's-
and then he would get an entry for his share.
So that's
I see. It's
that's
a
a share.
pyramid.
and then you have to make your shares
Exactly.
5 stars, 4 stars, 3 stars,
Stars.
right?
So-
you have,
so-
you have to rate your shares.
So
correct?
you get a
No, we're not
you get
rating
a
any
share,
shares.
a half share.
All right.
I get a
Well,
half
that may
share.
be too simple.
You
And
can
Armand
share my
gets a
balls
half
on your
share.
head is what you can share.
So that's 3.5. That's 3 half shares.
Took him 2 days to come up with that concept.
Let me-
I thought it was a great concept.
Well, let me ask you this, Armand. What if this happens? What if we're driving along and we find a wreck,
fuck
and
me.
the wreck has a guy
This
drives
is
off
no
a cliff,
train coming
and-
from Buffalo,
and
meeting
he has a lot of money,
San Francisco,
and a whole bunch of other people pull off the road, and you and I go down to the site of the wreck, and then we find out that he's got money buried somewhere. And then we have to go divide. Okay, so
Okay.
if you and I go, we are 1, so that's 1 share,
Right,
and then
right.
we're 1
I'm
each
a, wait a minute now.
individually.
I'm a
so
person.
that's a share.
I get
You're a person.
I get a share for being a person.
You
I
get a share for being a
share
person.
for having a car.
For having
I
a
get
car.
share for getting down to the,
down to the car.
to the wreck.
Yes, to the wreck.
And a share for being a person in my car.
So that's 4 shares.
Yeah, I don't think Ocho Man
Okay,
realizes
so
where this is from.
I get
Who's
the
on
same
first?
thing.
Who's on first?
I get
What's
the
on
same
second?
thing.
You're close.
And that's 8 shares.
And
so
that's
between
tax-free money.
Between us, that's 8 shares. What do you mean tax-free?
I mean, it's like a gift.
You just made this so complicated for everyone out there.
No,
we're
there
doing
ain't no
this
such
shtick.
thing as tax-free.
Wait a minute. Everybody's got to pay taxes.
Everybody has got to pay taxes.
Even businessmen who lie and cheat and steal
they
every
have
day.
to pay taxes.
It's from the Mad World. Scene 1. And it's really funny.
Hey, are we going to have a TO today with our
As
emails?
we discussed, the last time we were on the air, this guy's always running a little late, but he'll be here in a minute. He's on his way in.
He's a guest.
Yeah,
a cameo
appearance. We have a guest on his way
no, we
into
don't
the
have
studio.
a guest. We got a fucking
T.O.
route boy, T.O.
Yeah.
He's going to do our emails again. He's probably he's going to bring up the guy.
I'm sure that's
how's that?
You think he'll be back on the list?
I'm sure that's in the offing.
Right now, fellas, 3 to 5. He brings up the Bruce guy.
I go 2 to 5.
2 to 5.
Yeah, I think.
I'll take it.
Yeah. So he's definitely going to bring up Bruce. So I think he's a made-up character because when he wasn't here, we didn't have anything from Bruce.
So let me ask you this: do you think that Bruce? Okay, so what he's saying is Bruce is actually how he feels about the Ochoman, and he's manifesting.
He's projecting,
and he is so pissed. He is so pissed.
It's all
that
Freudian.
He's not a regular on the show
that
because
it's Ocho envy. That's for
told
sure.
He has Ocho envy.
Yeah, that's right. I told him. I
took psychology.
Did you really?
No.
I told him that hey, Tony's our guy here, and he's like, what happened to me?
Yes.
The guy, the guy's a little stale. That's all.
I think it'd be a smarter move on his part if he just, stayed working hard. He got the emails together. He came on and was straight up and read the real emails instead of,
Why don't we make him an intern?
Well, he has officially.
Is that what he is? Is that his position?
Well, unofficially.
Intern Tim. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, intern. We don't pay him or anything. So
you usually don't pay interns.
Hey, where is he anyway?
Yeah, where is he?
I got this fucking
we
show.
may have to terminate.
He's got a wrestling. He's got to watch.
I got to go to. I got to get my wrestling. I'm going to miss a 125-pound match.
I think he was in the restroom, if you know what I mean.
Oh, he was indisposed.
Generally, where he is,
dropping the lights off,
discommoded,
dropping the kids off at the pool,
dropping a deuce,
purging his demons.
Yeah.
Any
I'll
case,
call over on the studio line. And
let me give my plays of the day. Then.
Yeah, you better get to them.
And
here we go.
These better be good too.
Yeah.
Hey, did you see my stocks?
Well, we'll
Celgene's up. Oh boy.
Get set. It's time for the Ochoman's big picks of the day.
All right, guys. My big place for today's action on March 20th. We got NHL action tonight. 2-game parlay is what I like tonight, boys and girls. We got Detroit taking on Tampa Bay. I'm riding on Tampa Bay.
Good call.
Because I love Tampa Bay. They haven't let me down yet. And you know what? That's the ticket for me. I'm taking Tampa Bay on my first parlay play. And my second one is let's take Anaheim at home versus Colorado. These are my 2 plays. I'm strong with it. I love Tampa Bay and Anaheim in the spot. And our NBA action for tonight, I tell you what, Sixers at home, boom, lights out here against the New York Knicks. I love the Sixers -4 at home against the Knicks. So these are my big plays here. And you know what, Armand? You haven't done bad at all with your stocks, my man.
Stocks are up. Disney's up. Celgene's up.
Everything you predicted so far.
Bank of America's struggling a little bit, but I'd still buy it.
You are fucking Thurston Howell.
Yeah,
the third.
You are Gomez.
I'm Lovey.
Want me to shoot him, Gomez? Yeah, you did great, man. You've been doing great.
Was that Jim?
Who's that? Jim Backus?
Backus.
Yes, that's right.
Backus.
And he was also, we were talking about, Quentin Magoo.
And
that was a great cartoon.
That was funny.
Yeah, the blind bat there.
Yeah. Did you see the movie?
No.
Didn't do it justice.
No.
Is our guy here?
Here he is. Hey.
T.O. has just walked into the building.
It's a great fanfare.
Yeah. Glad to see you. Glad to see you
yes,
made it.
Take a seat.
Grab a seat here.
That's a microphone there.
That's a microphone.
How is everyone?
Everyone's doing great now.
Boy, he knows how to make an entrance.
Were you dropping a deuce or what? You took 10 minutes on that, and I had to hear Tony's share thing for about him and Armand were talking.
Look, I'm just saying, if you had a car and you were in the car.
If you had a bathtub
and 65 miles an hour.
No, you're missing the point.
Heading east from Memphis. If you have a bathtub and you're filling it with water at 20 minutes.
And I get 8 shares. I'm telling you. When this happens, we're in for 8 shares. You're probably going to be on a bicycle.
17 shares, I think they came up with.
And you're going to get like a share.
All right, I don't want to hear it anymore on that. Let's hear it. What do you got over there? Can't you put the headphones on there? Head speakers?
The head speakers.
The head whatever? Give
a little
some head over
difficulty
there, will ya?
with
Like
the mechanism.
Toastmasters.
I have the
The
head
head speakers today will be Mikhail Gorbachev and Margaret Thatcher.
I'm
You know,
just
I've
pleased
lost
to have his
control with
august
you.
presence with
Will
us.
you please come through here? Come through for me, babe.
I'm going to come through here for you, Ocho Man.
Yeah, it's about time.
Uh-oh, the emails?
About time. Wow. You
All right.
know what? That's very rough of you.
All right.
So here we are, right here. We have 3 emails today. Bruce did make
Bruce?
it back.
And you lose your bet again.
What,
I
Bruce
heard,
didn't come through?
No, Bruce is here, but I heard
Bruce
from the
is here.
show that I missed that there was some insinuations made
Yes.
that
Well,
I might be Bruce.
I just think
There was
you're like
much
that little kid
rancor
on
and
The
acrimony.
Shining. I think you're like that little kid on The Shining. Tucks a finger. Red rum, red rum, red rum.
Yep.
I promise you, I have no relationship.
All right.
Did you own a big wheel when you were little? Did you own a big wheel when you were little? Answer the question.
Everyone owned it.
Everybody had one of them.
Did you stay in a hotel
Did
when
you have
you were
the
little?
brakes? Did you have that brake?
I had the break.
I've
Well, I
stayed
didn't
in
have
a
that.
hotel.
He's the kid from The Shining. He
I had an
stayed in
old
a
one.
hotel, and he owned a big wheel.
Did you have the one with the brake or the hand brake?
Oh, that you could spin out so
I didn't have
good.
that.
You're
Oh, you were deprived.
Oh,
you
man,
were
I'm going to sue my
deprived.
parents.
You should.
All right,
So,
okay. Let's see it.
here's our first email. Ocho Man,
Hurry
I'm a
up.
loyal listener and a huge fan of the show.
Yeah.
I have listened since episode 1,
Wow.
Well,
That
that's
a boy.
That's devotion.
Who is this cat,
and
by
I'm
the way?
curious if I have profiled you accurately.
Oh, fuck. There we go. Let's hear it.
Psychiatrist.
Let's hear it. What do you got me profiled as?
You seem to be a huge fan of the Dallas Cowboys.
I am.
Guilty as charged.
Very incisive comment.
You seem to have a love for the Missouri Tigers, but
I do.
football only.
Can't put one by on this guy.
Yeah, he's a clever one.
He's sharp.
It's not true. He likes the softball program. and
You're
the
a
Golden
proud
Girls.
Armenian.
Wrestling.
I'm a proud Armenian,
Armenian.
too. Yeah, great.
You seem to love football more than any other sport.
Yeah, I do like football a little bit more than baseball. Go ahead.
You like the handicap sports.
I do love the handicap sports, and I love my horse racing handicapping as well.
You also love your Tesla.
I'm having problems with my fucking Tesla.
Listen to this, Tio.
Oh, we're going to lose
Listen
their
to this.
sponsorship.
There's
You
an
know what?
update. There's an update
I
for
gotta
the
tell
Tesla.
you guys,
the
I'm
matter
a
with
little
this-
pissed off about
What's the
this
matter with
Tesla.
the Tesla? What happened?
All right, I bought the Model S60. Okay,
Beautiful car.
It's
Yeah,
a
it's a
beautiful
beautiful
shade of
car.
brown. It really is.
Yeah, it's a nice
Yeah.
color.
Here's what they got here. They said I have to pay every time I use their supercharger. It doesn't come free, which is bullshit because I wanted the 85. I wanted the Model S 85. They didn't have it in time, so I had to resort to the Model S 60. Well, the 60, if you get the 60, you don't get the privilege of using the supercharger.
So yesterday, Armand, Tesla released a downloadable update, and this is how cool an age we live in. That would take care of some of the range problems
Right, I saw that.
Tesla has.
Yeah.
And this would have really helped Ocho Man because he has what's called range anxiety.
Right.
I do
Yeah.
have
Elon
range
Musk
anxiety.
discussed that. Yeah.
Oh, fuck him. Go ahead.
Wow.
So I emailed the Ocho Man saying, this is awesome because I know you have
Right.
expressed to me
Yeah, we're in
you're
the-
a little concerned
Yes, we're in
about
the
your
age of
commute.
range anxiety.
And I said, "This, you're covered. This is great." And the next day, I said, "Hey, you didn't respond to the email." He goes, "Update doesn't come from my car."
No, because you know what? I'm paying almost, if with this supercharge that they want me to buy, which is another $2,500, I would be paying close to $85,000 for this car,
And you still wouldn't have the S85.
and I still wouldn't have the 85, which I'm paying just as much to an 85 with the Model 60.
The guys from Camp Mohawk would still get all the really hot chicks.
I'm really pissed off about
That's
this.
a.
Well, you know what? You hear
Is that meatballs?
You hit every damn hard spot, soft spot, whatever in my mind right now. You pissed me off again.
So the one thing that I am curious about
Well,
is
he's
the fact
curious.
that you have mentioned Michael Sam on every episode.
Oh,
Of the 22 episodes,
What the fuck's he freaking out
Michael
about?
Sam has been mentioned on 18
I think I know where
in
this is
some
going.
sort of fashion.
18?
18 of the 22 episodes, he says.
Oh,
you had
mentioned
the
guy.
This is the best. This emailer is so intuitive.
Don't start with your Quincy Jones shit again.
I'm telling you, we had the Johnny Quest talk. We just had the other talk. And this plays right into what I am saying is a theme with you.
Armand, stifle him, will you?
I don't. I'm gonna jump in here and say that I don't think that Ochoman is a latent gay person.
He didn't say that. He's
not. If that's the inference we're supposed to make here.
He was asking.
He knows.
I deny that.
He was asking if Michael is a friend.
We've
of
slept
yours?
in the same bed together, and he is not
All
even.
right, okay, you made your point. Stop.
He didn't.
I think
he's asking if Michael.
He turned me down
is
flat.
a friend of yours, or if Michael is simply one of your all-time favorite Missouri Tigers, and you love the player.
No, I don't love the player. I didn't say he's my all-time favorite or anything.
No, he was asking
remotely.
if he was one of your favorite players at Mizzou.
I'm saying he did his job. If he didn't open his mouth about being gay, he would have been a 3rd, 4th round pick. That's all I'm saying here. That's all I've been saying all along. If the guy shut his mouth, he was Defensive Player of the Year in the SEC. For love of God, that deserves something. And no one goes to the 7th round and then gets dumped by 2 teams.
That's right.
You know, it's all about that. It's all about that. That's all I'm saying out there. What's his name anyway?
He says, I'm happy to make it...
You're not going to bring out...
He said,
Mr.
I'm happy
X's.
to make it 19 of 23 episodes that Michael has been mentioned. Lance from San Francisco.
Oh. I walked right into that one, didn't I?
All right, now wait a minute. Just because a guy's named Lance and he lives in San Francisco, we can't.
I know.
Here we go again.
Yeah.
No,
it was
I'm sure he's a fine, outstanding young man.
Tony's been on this gay ride all this time
it's
today.
you.
The context of the episode of the email, there is nothing that insinuates there's any
All
gay
right,
talk
then.
towards Ochoman or anything.
Next,
it's just a straight
next.
shooting email.
You brought up Johnny Quest. You brought up...
we have range anxiety and gay anxiety,
yes,
I think, on this show.
He's an open book, this man.
Oh, he is.
He's fascinating.
Yes.
You're a Freudian study.
The second email. I'm back.
Oh, boy.
I want that jersey,
That's
baby.
Bruce.
I want that jersey, baby.
How does he want that jersey? I didn't even bring up the jersey yet.
Well,
you brought it up
Yeah,
last
you brought
week.
it up. Yeah, you mentioned it.
Did I? I tried to catch him.
You did.
Yeah.
Okay, so that means if Bruce is in a car, that's a share. And he gets a share for being a person in the car.
Right. Okay.
I don't think anybody gets that joke.
I thought I picked
it's a
it
funny
up.
movie.
I thought I caught him. All right. Well, what's Bruce got to say this time?
He said, I think T-Well's going to have a monster season, and I want to add that to my Cowboy collection.
Oh,
good. I'm telling you guys, it's a real cool jersey. We are so lucky that Ignotainment thought of us and brought this jersey to us. Our GM, he likes this show. He kicks back and listens to the show while he meditates. I can't believe he does that, but
no, it's an awesome looking jersey.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Thanks a
it's
lot.
not the Woodlawn vase, but it's pretty damn good.
It was. Thanks a lot there.
I've actually had a good week, and I'm going to take it easy on the Ocho Man.
I love him.
I'm glad.
There you go,
He's
Bruce.
coasting. He's doing well.
I have a question for you, and believe it or not, it is not Cowboy related.
Okay, good, because I've run out
Need
of
some
Cowboy
sex
shit.
advice.
He's wanting to know what your favorite football movie is of all time.
Oh, that's easy.
And for that matter, what is your favorite sports movie of all time?
The favorite football movie?
For those of you
Easy.
that care, my favorite
I-
movie is Brian's Song.
No.
And I like the original Rocky.
No.
Brian's Song.
That's
Bruce.
what he picked.
Bruce in
Don't
San
jump
Antonio.
Bruce, will you? Because he's going to come after me. I'm going to say my favorite
that's-
movie, Bruce, is North Dallas 40.
Attaboy.
It's North Dallas 40.
Absolutely.
North Dallas 40
Absolutely.
to me was the epitome
Of course.
of old-time football, and probably the second movie behind that was the original Longest Yard. I really
Yes, that's
enjoyed
a good
that.
one, too.
And then he asked, what's your favorite sports movie?
A favorite sports movie is Slapshot.
Yes,
by
that's
far.
probably
Slapshot. Just
Raging Bull.
You got
Raging Bull.
Well, he's asking me there,
All right. But
Slapshot-
Brian's Song spiraled off into bathos, if I
Okay,
may.
But if you
interject.
fucking take Bruce down, he's taking it easy.
I like
on me
Bruce.
today.
I just don't
No,
like
it's
his
fine.
opinion there. I don't agree with
Ocho
that.
Man,
Any enemy of yours is obviously a close friend of mine.
And
But
then the last email for
Bruce
today-
missed the
Hold
boat on
on,
that
hold
one.
on. I got to say, Ocho Man's North
That's the
Dallas
movie I'd
40,
expect from Lance from San Francisco.
North Dallas 40 Ocho still rings so true today.
Yeah, North
You
Dallas
can
is
watch
still
that
good.
today, and it's all the same.
I hope we never see a remake.
Well,
of that.
technically, if you're going to say a football movie, you may agree with me on this, I think. We'd have to
Paper
probably
Lion?
say Horse Feathers.
Ooh, yeah, but that's a comedy that has football in it,
I
not
know,
a football
I know, but
movie.
that's technically a football.
Yeah,
Marx
it's a
Brothers.
Marx Brothers.
Oh, it's hilarious.
Yeah, it's
that is a
very good.
funny movie.
Yeah.
But that's a comedy with football in it, not a football movie.
Agree. But North Dallas 40, I agree.
Tio, fire away.
The last email of the day. We have another scenario of F, Marry, Kill, and someone else wanting to do a Mount Rushmore. So the females that are involved in this F, Marry, Kill, which
I'd kill Teddy Roosevelt.
I'm not sure who.
I'd fuck Abraham Lincoln, and I'd marry George Washington.
No, you gotta wait.
These are separate questions.
You're mixing them up.
Not getting in on
what happened to
Mount
Rushmore? I thought that was the question.
So the three females involved in this, who I don't know who any of them are. I don't know if they're before my time, but I've seen The Karate Kid, but I have not seen Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
If you say Elizabeth Shue.
And I have not seen The Breakfast Club.
Oh, Phoebe Cates. When Phoebe Cates takes off her top in Fast Times at Ridgemont High, Ocho,
she looked good.
I cried. I cried.
What did you cry for?
I was so happy. That was tears of joy. Are you kidding
you
me?
Would pull out your spanky there.
That's what the guy did on the show.
I mean, oh my
Judge
Lord.
Reinhold.
So
to this day, that is one of the best scenes in teenage movie history.
So we know who Tony's going with.
I don't know the other two.
It's Phoebe Cates, Elizabeth Shue, and Molly Ringwald are the three.
Molly Ringwald?
You kill Ringwald. That's an easy one. She's actually annoying.
I don't know who any of them are.
Yeah,
she's actually annoying.
Well, he is young, isn't he?
Molly Ringwald, I would definitely kill.
She can be.
Where's producer Chris?
Right here.
Can you dial up the scene from Fast Times?
Hey, listen,
when
I don't think we need to see you get excited.
We're running behind.
No,
Tony.
I think you need to relive how good a scene this is.
No, it wasn't that great of a scene.
I'm marrying Phoebe Cates.
It's a visual scene. It's a visual scene.
It is. When they hear this music, they'll
I think I'd rather see what's her name?
Boycott
in
that
10.
Okay.
I think I'd rather see Bo Derek jogging along the beach. That's a better scene.
Who are you marrying and who are you effing then?
Phoebe Cates.
No, he's asking Ochoman.
Give me the plays again. We got Ringwald. We're killing her.
Yep, it's between Phoebe Cates and Elizabeth Shue.
I would go with Cates, as in fucking.
See, that proves he's not gay. That's a good choice.
Yeah.
Oh wow, there it is.
This is so good.
They caught him jerking off, right? Didn't they, kid?
Yeah, in the bathroom.
Listen to that music. Here come the cars. I'm telling you, this is so Pavlovian for most young men. Without
what the fuck are you talking about? Who the hell understands that shit?
I do.
He does.
It'll be
this
on the
is so
Ochoman's
Pavlovian.
Facebook
You can
page.
fuck him then.
That when guys hear this song, there are guys who get an erection as soon as they hear the opening bars of the song.
For anyone that hasn't seen this, producer Chris is going to be putting this on the Ocho Man's Twitter and Facebook page.
Oh, look at that. That's blatant onanism.
Okay. All right. Okay, turn that shit off. All right, is that it, Tio?
No, we have to go to the Mount Rushmore. And
I thought that was the same question.
Oddly enough, this goes back to the sports movies. They want to know what athlete from sports movies would be in your Mount Rushmore.
Good question.
So this guy has Rocky Balboa,
right?
Loudon Swain from Vision Quest.
Loudon, good call.
I like
Jimmy
Loudon Swain.
Jimmy Chitwood from Hoosiers.
Fantastic.
Bullshit.
And Buttamaker from Bad News Bears.
No. It'd have to be Lupus.
So
out of these four,
he wants you to list
your Mount
Rushmore
of sports figures and movies,
right?
Characters from
cinematic sports movies.
And I would rate these guys on my.
No, you make your own. You put your four. Four characters.
My four characters,
four icons of the Ocho Man.
You know what? I did like Rocky Balboa. Rocky Balboa is Americana now.
I would have thought he'd put the three Hanson brothers and Reg Dunlop.
Wow. We can't put all of them.
Okay.
Right. So you have
one of the Hanson
you have Rocky?
I have Rocky.
Okay.
I got to put Reggie Dunlop.
You got to put Reg up there?
I got to put Reg. I
like the way
there.
they covered their tits with those jugs with those feathers.
Right, and
play that scene on there.
Our third one, I'd probably put Burt Reynolds.
Longest Yard?
What character?
Longest Yard.
Yeah. Oh, what was his name in that? God. What was his name? How can we not know his name?
I forgot. But
all right, give me a minute.
Burt Reynolds was a Florida State QB, so
yeah, he's legit.
And our last one, I'm gonna have to go with. Let's see here.
Jake LaMotta.
I'm gonna go with Brian Bosworth.
I thought you were going to say Brian's
Paul
song.
Crew.
I thought you were going to say.
Is who you're looking
very
for.
good. Yeah, that's right. I thought you were
But
going to say Brian Piccolo.
What Brian Bosworth play? What character from the movie?
Yeah,
he was in a couple movies.
Yeah, they want a character.
It's a sports
See, you
character.
misunderstood the question.
I got a good. You've missed a layup.
Please help me out on
Roy
this one.
Hobbs.
Roy Hobbs was a good
From
one.
The Natural.
And that was and you know what? Not only that, I like to put down one of them and put the guy that played Ty Cobb. I love that movie.
Tommy Lee Jones.
Tommy Lee Jones was great.
Ty Cobb.
Cobb from Ty Cobb.
Yeah, great call, Tony.
You got to put in Gary Cooper from Pride of the Yankees.
Armand, this will be interesting.
I didn't watch that.
With your movie expertise and
you
being
want my
a fan
opinion?
of, yes, they want everybody.
Well, do they have to? The question I would have is, do they have to be?
He said character, so it's got to be a
see,
character.
I like Lou Gehrig from Pride of the Yankees, but
okay.
I guess you have to go with one of the Hanson brothers, which would call it probably be all three representational.
Maybe
Jake LaMotta from
maybe they
Raging
can make
Bull.
the Hanson brothers into one head.
You just morph them into one.
Yes.
And boy, the last one, I'm going to have to
Hurry it
say
up.
North Dallas 40. I guess we have to go with Nick Nolte's character.
Nick Nolte was good.
Okay, so here, this is simple. I got to think of the. Oh, got it. Okay, Hobbs. That's an easy one. I'm going back to Hoosiers. Norman Dale instead of Jimmy Chitwood. Oh, Shooter's like an honorary mention. And then I got to agree with Ochoman. I got to have Bert. I got to have Bert on that Mount Rushmore.
Paul Crew.
Yeah.
You're missing one. That's only three.
I need one more. Well, then I got to go with Arma. It's Reg.
Reg Dunlop?
Yeah, it's Reg Dunlop.
That was me.
I had the Hanson brothers. I had one Hanson brother. How about Ocho Man from Men of Granite?
Are you done there? Are you done?
That's all the emails for
okay.
Today.
All right. Now beat it.
It was great being in here too. Thanks.
Yes, Vanish.
Wow.
And hey, I'd like to give a shout out here, my friends. I got a friend. He's a congressman in Hawaii. And
lucky dog.
Yeah. Let me bring his name up before you guys jump in. His name is Lopresti, Matt Lopresti. And the guy's a great guy. I've been following him on Facebook. A real good guy. Does great work for the people, and he cares about the people, which is damn cool. You don't see that nowadays, and
you don't see that on this show.
And people, and you know what? He's making it happen in Hawaii. God bless Matt Lopresti.
What do you say to him? Aloha.
Aloha. And they
means
wave
hello.
those fingers.
Yeah, it means goodbye
Mahalo.
too. Yeah, what's
mahalo mean?
Mahalo.
I don't know, but
there's a story out of Hawaii yesterday.
Fucking keep it for Friday.
Namaste.
No.
Tuesday.
The estate of Thomas P. Magnum is up for sale.
Oh.
How much is that one?
I don't know, but the rumor is that Obama was interested in buying it.
Well, Michelle's going to take that because I think they're going to divorce after the whole presidency here.
Well, another call.
That's an interesting
you want to give odds on that one?
That's the Ocho Man pick there.
Wow.
I seen that.
That's a bold call.
I seen that.
He read
pick.
a tell. You read a tell.
Hey, Ocho Man, there's someone here from the Secret Service who wants to talk to you. Just so happens.
Don't they want to talk to Tony? Okay. In any case, my friends, hey,
aloha.
Armand, go.
Yeah, I got to go watch my wrestling.
If anyone
Tony,
wants-
thanks for coming in.
Oh,
I know
this is
you've
fun,
been on
baby.
a tight schedule. Chris, what do you got?
Yeah, be sure to find the Ocho Man on the website, ochoman.com. You can find us on Facebook, on all the social media, on Twitter, iTunes Store, Stitcher. In the description of this show, you will find all the links that you need to find us everywhere you need to find us. So, and don't forget the contest. Share the show, hashtag Ochoman to win the jersey. We will announce it the first Friday in April.
One more thing on that. Couldn't they leave a review or a rating on that as well?
Yeah, if you leave a rating or review in
we'll
the
use
iTunes
that as well.
Store, yeah, we'll use that. So that's a share too. So if you leave a rating or review, if you hashtag Ochoman on
Tony,
Facebook or Twitter, and you share the show, ochoman.com.
Well, at least I got something out of that,
That's
Tony.
great, because your homework is to go watch It's a Mad, Mad, Mad World.
Every share will be an entry.
Thank you, guys. Thanks. Great show again. From the Ocho Man and from my crew here, we are out of here.
It ain't over now. Because when the going gets tough, the tough get going. Who's with me? Let's go. Come on. Ah!
The Ochoman, Behind the 8 Ball, only on Ignotainment. Leave us your questions and comments below this podcast in the comments section of the iTunes podcast store.